Take a break from your busy schedule and join Harold Sala for Guidelines, a 5-minute commentary on living.
A boys' choir prepared to do a processional for an event at their local parish church. Their idea was for each boy to carry a wooden cross proceeding to the front of the church, singing a rousing version of Onward Christian Soldiers. The words go, "Onward Christian soldiers marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before." But the liberal parish priest in charge of the event didn't much like the hymn tune or the thought of boys marching down the aisle carrying crosses. "No, sir, not in this modern age," he cried. So the crosses were collected and placed in the church office behind the door. The boys, though not much taken with the idea of the padres pulling rank on them, decided they would do it their way. So what happened? Marching down the aisle, they sang lustily, "Onward Christian soldiers marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus hid behind the door." Question: in recent years, has the cross been hidden behind the door, trivialized, or worse yet, completely overlooked by those who fear the image of a suffering Christ, along with blood and grime, would repel people who want to feel good about themselves? Then we dance around the issue of who really killed Jesus, fearing that if we say the Jews instigated the ordeal which led to crucifixion at the hands of the Romans, we will be accused of being anti-Semitic. Well, there's one thing for certain. Mel Gibson's film, The Passion of Christ, has removed the cross from behind the door and placed it front center stage where it cannot be ignored. Making a film which he had to finance with his own money, little did Gibson know both the impact of the lives of viewers and the furor of the critics the film would make. How account for the tremendous interest which has drawn literally millions of people to the theater to see a film in which the dialogue is almost entirely Aramaic with a smattering of Latin, only with subtitles in the language of the viewer? Is the interest in seeing it generated by the attacks of the critic who decry the violence or the charges of it being anti-Semitic? Or is there a compelling force, a deep-seated spiritual quest, because people want to know what happened when Jesus was crucified? I, for one, welcome the intense scrutiny upon what happened on that Good Friday long ago, because the impact and message of the cross has been trivialized and minimalized by vast numbers of people who do feel good about themselves and want to focus on me instead of the wretchedness of my life, which brought Jesus Christ to Golgotha. Yes, the cross and the passion of the Christ who died on that tree is unnerving, unsettling, disturbing. Mel Gibson's The Passion of Christ graphically portrays all of that in a confrontation that no one who sees the film will ever forget. It bears a powerful message that Jesus Christ died for the sins of the whole world, as the Scripture says, and that it was my sin and your sin that brought him to that place. The cross is not a gold trinket to be worn as a necklace, inconsequential in its meaning. It was the fulfillment of centuries of prophecies, the embodiment of the sacrifices which Jewish priests had made before Jesus was ever born, the means by which the wrath of God was assuaged. A final thought. If you can, see the movie, but once you've seen it, read the book. You'll find the factual historical account written by Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I'll say it again, if you can, see the movie, but by all means, read the book. In the Gospels of the New Testament, you will find the unvarnished, absolute account of what took place long ago. It's a historical record. I'm Dr. Harold Sala, and you've just heard the first of a series of 6 commentaries focusing on the cross. You can download what you hear or listen to it again by going to our homepage at guidelines.org.